History remembers the outcome, but it almost remembers something else. A single moment, a whisper in the wind, a decision hanging on a knife's edge. This is the story of the day history almost changed forever. October 1962. The world holds its breath. American U-2 spy planes have photographed Soviet nuclear missile sites under construction. In Cuba, just 90 miles from Florida, President John F. Kennedy and Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev are locked in a terrifying standoff. Nuclear war isn't just a possibility, it feels inevitable. Warships form a blockade. Armies are on high alert, fingers hover over buttons that could end civilization. The critical moment arrived not in a grand hall or on a battlefield, but deep beneath the waves of the Sargasso Sea. On October 27th, an American destroyer, the USS Beale, began dropping depth charges on a Soviet submarine, the B-59. The Americans were using these small charges to signal the submarine to surface, but the crew of the B-59, cut off from Moscow, didn't know that. They hadn't had contact for days. The air was foul, temperatures soared. To them, the explosions felt like the start of World War III. The submarine's captain, Valentin Savitsky, panicked, believing war had already broken out. He ordered the unthinkable, the launch of their T-5 nuclear torpedo, a weapon with the same destructive power as the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, but protocol required all three senior officers on board to agree. The captain said yes. The political officer said yes. All that was needed was one more voice. But the third man, Vasily Arkhipov, the flotilla's chief of staff, said no. He argued that the American ships were signaling, not attacking. He stood firm against his two superiors, calming the captain and convincing him to surface. Had Arkhipov agreed, the nuclear torpedo would have vaporized the American fleet. The United States would have retaliated with a massive nuclear strike on the Soviet Union. A global thermonuclear war would have begun, wiping out hundreds of millions of lives and plunging the world into a nuclear winter. Cities would have become radioactive ruins. Humanity's story would have ended in fire and ash. Instead, the submarine surfaced peacefully. A single man's courage and clear-headedness in a moment of extreme pressure pulled the world back from the brink. The crisis was eventually resolved through diplomacy. We live in the world that Vasily Arkhipov saved. History did not change that day, but it came closer than anyone ever knew. Thanks for watching. Follow for more stories from the shadows of history.